But they want to, when they want to kill, they don't know Igbo. They will go to his own communities, they will kill.
A white man fighting against our freedom of Biafra. Are you a white man fighting against our freedom of Biafra? Are you a black man fighting against our freedom of Biafra? Are you from east or the west and fight against us? Are you from north or south and fight against us? Are you a Biafra fighting against our own blood? Fireburn, 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 and this you. Fireburn, 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 and this you. Fireburn, 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 and this you. Women, women and children, chasing my people away. Women coming no fighting corruption, but corruption raising them. They might proving to us that they hate us, but they don't wanna leave us alone. I command fire from above to scatter my foe. I declare thunder from above to scatter my foe.
Yes, welcome back, dear friends. So that was the challenge that we had. The world was not aware of whatever was going on. And we didn't even have the time to go about and to, because we were taken unawares, we were being killed. Our people were in a hurry to be free. You know, the massive killings, though they've been killing us from 1945, but the massive killings actually started 1966. From then, the killings just went on and on and on and on. So it was, the genocide had already started, so the people just wanted to be free. And because they wanted to be free, they just had to do the needful. Maybe they would have taken some time to enlighten the world, but the time wasn't there. The enemies were working too fast. Before you know it, they had already started breaking us, divide and conquer. And that divide and conquer, they still used it for the war. Because those three states they created out of the old eastern region, they circled Igbo, the southeastern states. That is when some people became Igbo, and some people that were Igbo became non-Igbo, because they created states and they pushed forward their propaganda that once you're not within that place, that state, that east central state, once your village do not fall within that east central state, you are not Igbo, irrespective of what you speak. Provided your village do not fall into that space, you're not Igbo. If your village fall outside, if your village fall in River State, you're a Rivers man. If your village fall in East Central State, you are Igbo man, irrespective of the language that you speak. But we're going to move forward. So, but today now, That is the reason that we have a worldwide radio such as this, Radio Biafra London. That is the reason we have this radio. And the social media as well that we've been using, even though Facebook has been frustrating. Right now, Facebook has cut me off. I can no longer get on Facebook right now. I can't even read people's reactions. I can't even. Why did Facebook cut me off? Because I was trying to broadcast on Facebook. I was trying to broadcast on Facebook using an app. As a result of that, Facebook had to cut me off, saying that someone else was using my account, and that was a lie. That was a lie. So, as I said earlier, we are going to be looking at some people's reaction. First on my list is David Adeyanju. He went to his Twitter handle. I think that was on the 10th thereabouts. That was a day after that. A day after the issue, which is yesterday. He said, "Dear Southeast Patriots, please maintain the momentum. It is working. For all those that are gossiping and saying, oh, people are hungry. Well, this man is not a Biafran, he's a Yoruba man. He's telling you that it is working. It is working. This is the right thing to do." He went for that to say, if IPOB goes on the streets to protest peacefully, army will kill them. That's the truth. Those are the things we talked about yesterday. They want to sit at home and protest. Some of you are still talking rubbish. Are you people mad in this country? They on you. Is that you people mad? They will come out on the streets, they will kill them. They said, okay, because you're killing us, we will sit inside our house and protest. Protest is protest. There are different strategies of protest. I told you earlier, what the unknown government are doing is a strategy of protest, is a way of protest. There are different strategies of protest. Okay, there are different strategies. What the unknown government are doing is a protest. But none of all the protests are working as much as this lockdown. I assure Biafrans, if you are able to lock down Biafra land Mondays at least in 3 weeks, which will be about 3 times in 3 weeks, every Monday, you'll be amazed at the results. This is just the first one, and the results are already speaking for herself. Reuters.com is an international news outlet. It's an international news outlet that deals on international news and all of that. And you will see what Reuters.com have to say. Reuters.com is an international news organization owned by Thomson Reuters. It employs around 2,500 journalists and 600 photojournalists in about 200 locations worldwide. Reuters is one of the largest news agencies in the world. The agency was established in London in 1851 by the German-born Paul Reuter. This is from Wikipedia about Reuters News Agency Company. What did they have to say about Biafra? They say Southeast Nigerians, don't forget what they mean is Biafra. Southeast Nigerians protest over fate of separatist leader. That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Reuters.com carried this news about your seat at home. Now, it didn't just stop there. There's a man called Steve Hang. Steve H. Hang is a professor of applied economics at the Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland. He's an American, okay, and is based in America. This is from Wikipedia. He has written books, The Russian Currency and Finance, Capital Markets and Development, and many more. His field is monetary economics, natural resource economics, financial economics, and much more. Steve Hanks went to his Twitter handle and he wrote, "In the city of Newi, the streets are deserted after the indigenous people of Biafra called for a sit-at-home protest. The IPOB is protesting the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu." He went further to say Nigeria ranks 102 out of 104 countries on Chandler INST 2021 Good Government Index. Nigeria is third to last. Third to last on the Good Government Index. How did the world get to know about Nigeria to this extent, to rate Nigeria this poorly? It is because of the works that you're doing. IPOB. Your works are going far, and you must be proud of yourself. And we shall continue. I told you that when you sit at home this Monday, you're going to see the results. These are the results. The results are speaking for themselves. The results are speaking for themselves. These are the results. Speaking expressly for themselves. That is the reason it is good for you to sacrifice one day out of the week. That's all we ask. Sacrifice one day. Sit at home. Lock down. Stay in your house. Don't go anywhere. And very soon, Biafra will be restored alongside with our leader being freed. Punch newspaper. Hold plebiscite on Biafra. Ex-envoy counsels. An ex-envoy gave his counsel. Now let us read. What did he say? A former envoy to Malaysia, an elder statesman, Ambassador Yerima Abdullahi, has urged proponents of Biafra to seek for plebiscite as a way out. Abdullahi, who is also a close associate of the president, said it was better than eroding the peace and progress of the country, adding that fighting a second phase of civil war is unthinkable. He made this disclosure in an interview with our correspondent in Gombe, stressing that leaders should embrace alternative means of resolving the debacle. Now, this man is not a Biafran, is not an Oodua man. He is a core Northerner from the core Fulani-controlled North. And he's speaking out. Why is he speaking out? Shut down. But no, we're not going to come out on the street for you to kill us. We're going to protest. All those money you make every day on Monday will deny you of that. We might lose a few thousands, a few millions for those that are millionaires, that make money, that make millions every day. But you will lose billions out of the taxes that you make from people. We are aware of how much you make from our people. You will lose continually. That Monday, you will continue to lose it. And the world will continue to become aware. We'll do this thing to the extent that every child, every boy, every girl in this world, wherever country that he is or that he is a resident in, will be aware of what is happening somewhere in Africa, somewhere in West Africa, in the place that Britain called Nigeria, the zoo that Britain created and called Nigeria, that there is something happening in Biafra land. It didn't stop there. Bloomberg.com delivers business and market news, data analysis, and video to the world, featuring stories from Business Week and Bloomberg News. Now, you have an idea of what Bloomberg News is about. Now, Bloomberg News said Nigeria's separatists shut down Southeast over leaders' arrests. You may not hear something coming out from BBC. I've not checked on them, but I don't hope to hear anything good coming out from them, because what BBC is interested in, BBC is British propaganda station. It is because of BBC. In fact, one of these days I am going to play the report of one of the coup plotters of 1966. He died just a few years ago, but before he died, thank God, somebody was able to meet him. One of our brothers was able to meet him and interview him and got some facts from him. One of these days, if not tomorrow, I will play his record. You are going to see his own record, how things actually happened, why they struck, the things that they discovered, and why they couldn't tell the whole story of what they discovered because of the times. You hear it for yourself. It's a little bit like a documentary, and it's quite long, so maybe not too long. I think maybe 30 minutes or more. But I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it so that Biafrans will listen and the world at large will listen. There is something that my dad told me. I had never heard that thing from any news. But my dad was very much aware and very much educated during that period, and is old enough, or he was old enough during that period of the genocide of our people. And he told me, and what he told me is exactly what that man said in that documentary. And what was it? He said that the coup was celebrated in the South, though the North was quiet as at the time. But in the South, the coup was celebrated. My dad told me that people in Lagos, because he was in Lagos then, he told me that people came out and they brought, as in people that had beer parlor, they opened their beer parlors for people to come and drink. They opened their bars. Everybody come and drink free of charge. You can imagine how much people celebrated. It was like having independence. That was how they celebrated that coup. To Nigerians of the south of Nigeria, that wasn't a coup. It was a revolution. That was the view. That was how they viewed it. But what changed this story? BBC, evil. BBC were the ones that came up on air and said that the coup was an Igbo coup. Very evil. That in itself is racism. That coup was not in any way an Igbo coup. You will hear from the man. I will not be the one to tell the story. So, after my dad told me that it is only from this man now that I'm hearing this truth. Because at a particular time, nowhere you search for it that you're going to get it. Like for instance, how Boro died. How Isaac Boro died. Isaac Boro, that was the Zoman that was used to fight against Biafra. How he died. You will never find the truth of how he died anywhere on the news. If you browse it, you will not see it. They will say it's a mystery. It's not a mystery. The man was killed. He was killed by Nigerian forces. It wasn't a mystery. If you ask some of our foolish people in the coast, some people, they will be following what the news is saying. What the Zoom media, what the evil Zoom media is saying, that it is a mystery. It is not a mystery. It is not a mystery. Obasanjo that wrote a book and said that it was a mystery, that how the man died was a mystery. Obasanjo was not there when he died. It was after the man died that, because the person suspected to have given the command for his death was Adekunle, that was nicknamed the Black Scorpion. So after Boro's death, there were crises. There were misunderstandings because Boro was a major influence. It was Boro that showed the Nigerian forces the way, that was opening the path for them, because this man is a man of the creek. So he took them around the creeks and was fighting his own brothers on the creeks and defeating them because, of course, they had more superior weapons, being backed by Nigeria. And he knew all the nooks and crannies because he's an Izon man. At the end of the day, when he had delivered, why didn't they kill him before he delivered River State for the zoo? After he has finished his work of delivering his land to his enemies, they wiped him off. In order to calm everything down, they had to change the commander that they used, who was Adekunle. They changed him with Olusegun Obasanjo. That is the reason Olusegun Obasanjo was the one that kind of took the trophy of the war. It was that infantry, that brigade where Boro belonged to, that Obasanjo came to head and finally took the trophy. So the victory actually came from there. That is why when you want to sabotage, look at that sabotage. Look at how far it has cost us. My people don't like me talking in this way or saying it exactly how it is. That what our brother and father did was sabotage. It is sabotage. It is sabotage. Because he followed the ideology of somebody that have sold himself to the enemy. They felt, if you read Boro's book, it's clear. Most Izon people today do not like Fulani. But look at Boro's book. Boro was in love with Fulani Somebody made him do that. It wasn't the law before. Somebody made him do that. Look at his book. Look at what the book reflected, like Fulani were our saviors. But now when you talk, you say, no, all of them are our problem, or the three. Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, they are all our problem. It's a lie. The problem, Hausa is not the problem, Yoruba is not the problem, Igbo is not the problem. The problem is Fulani. Fulani disguising as Hausa and trying to put Yoruba under their pockets. And they are killing both we and Igbos and every other people that are like us in the east of the zoo called Nigeria. Our problem is Fulani. If you're an Izon man, if you're an Orobo man, if you're an Ogoni man, if you're an Ibibio man, if you're an Efik man, if you're an Ishekiri man, if you're a Bini man, whatever place that you're from anywhere around southeast or south, according to the zoo description, your problem is not Igbo. Your problem is not Yoruba. Your problem is not even Hausa. Your problem is Fulani. Fulani are alien to this place. Before Fulani came, there were no records of Hausa trying to invade Yoruba land or trying to expand. In fact, the whole of Hausa land, they were almost like Yoruba land, whereby every king had his own territory. Hausa land wasn't one kingdom per se, they were different kingdoms. Who united them? Fulani. On Fulani terms. The Hausa kings were peaceful among themselves. They had their differences. Everybody maintained their lane. It was Fulani that came and crushed all of them put together. So our problem is not Hausa. In fact, you cannot even have a problem with Hausa. A political problem with Hausa, no. You can't have a political problem. Because there is no political Hausa. There is no political Hausa. The political people in the Hausa land are Fulani. Any political ideology that you see coming out from the core north is Fulani. Now, the person standing there and promoting that ideology might be an Hausa man. But he that is promoting the ideology is not your problem. The problem is the champion of the ideology, which is Fulani, the man behind the mask. Though initially many Hausa people were not aware, they were not aware they had choice. But today we are making them to understand that they have choice. And they are with us. So when you see an Hausa man as your problem, you are doomed. That is what the Fulani wants you to see. Fulani wants to be hiding. They want to be in the shadows until they have fully conquered you. That's how the devil behaves. The devil doesn't want you to know he exists. Until you are finished, you will not even realize. And that is how Britain is running the zoo. If you tell some people that their problem is Britain, they will not agree with you. They won't. They will say, and yes, they colonized us before, but they have left us. Our problem is our leaders. Your problem comes from the foundation of your problem. If you want to solve it, if you cut a tree down and did not cut the root, it will grow back. So all these leaders that you see, leaders here, according to like me, to them, none of them are leaders to me. My only leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only person I know to be a leader in the whole of Biafra land as it is right now. There is no person occupying any political position that is a leader. None of them are leaders. They are not leaders in any sense. So I see them as political office holders, not leaders. And even in their political office that they are holding, they are not faithful to the work. Because when you hold a political position, you are supposed to be serving the people and serving the interests of the people. But look at the same Southeast that is totally locked down totally 99%. There you will still have the governors of those states saying a different thing from what the people are saying. Are they with the people? Of course not. It is very obvious. They are not with the people. In the coast here, what they do is to try to intimidate the people. People that want to express themselves, they will try to intimidate them and blackmail IPOB. You know, when some of our members in Biafra were arrested by the zoo police, or rather were kidnapped, not really arrested because they did nothing wrong. When they were kidnapped by the zoo police, when the governor got to hear of it, the governor inquired to know, or he one way or the other got to know of the names of the people. He demanded for the names of the people. And they got to know that these people are his own people from the same Biafra state. They are not Igbos. They are his own people from the state. He was hoping that he would be seeing names like Chinedu and all of that. But unfortunately, these are his own people from the state. These are the people. They are not bought from anywhere. They are the people. The people want Biafra. And he was shocked because that is what the media want to promote. You see, somebody would be wondering, why is it that I am not the only broadcaster on Radio Biafra? Other broadcasters on Radio Biafra, you will see their Facebook is still, even though Facebook do not like it, but to a very great extent, Facebook doesn't have choice. Their Facebook handles are still there, they are working. Why is it that it is either Facebook block me today so that I will not be able to express myself on Facebook, or because now, okay, just before now, they actually blocked me for 1 month. Definitely because of truth. When you speak truth on Facebook, you become an enemy of Facebook. Facebook don't like truth. So Facebook blocked me for 1 month. I just came out of the 1 month blockage. Okay? Before I knew it, I tried to broadcast. I broadcasted one day. Facebook did not even allow that broadcast to see the light of day. Anybody that comes online, they will just be removing the people. I was broadcasting, I noticed a particular time it was 0, not even 1 person. But people kept coming. They will remove people. I will see up to 4. Before I know it to be 2, before I know it to be 0. Before I know, they were just removing people. They didn't want people to follow up. That was the first day I broadcasted using the same avenue, StreamYard. Using the same avenue. After doing that, this is something that almost everybody uses. Everybody uses StreamYard to operate on Facebook, different platforms. They use it. The next time I tried to use it, Facebook did not allow StreamYard to have access to Facebook. That was how they locked my account, and telling me that somebody was trying to have access to my account, something I've used before. And they said, okay, if you think we're not right, then you have to write. I wrote, and everything remained the same. They locked up the account. They told me that, yes, I did not go against their decision, but they said that somebody else. Meanwhile, Facebook is aware that I am already operating on the two-step verification. Nobody can have access to my Facebook account except I give the permission. Because if you suspect otherwise, then you can send details. You can send details to my phone number, and I will put the code. You can send the code, and I'll put the code. Did they do that? No. They want to shut me up. They want to ensure that the world do not understand that people are calling for freedom, for Biafra, for the restoration of Biafra from the coast. That is the impression that they want to create all over the world. Every voice that tries to come up, they want to kill it and silence it as much as they can. We all know that Facebook is being paid by the zoo. So these are the things that they do. They try their best to ensure that they suppress whatever way that they can, they suppress these things. But no matter what they do, our message will keep on hitting. I am aware that some Yoruba people are beginning to consider this lockdown for them to join it. I will tell you that if you can lock down, if you can do the same thing that we are doing in Biafra land, if you can do it in Odua land, then you are sure to bring Nigeria to her knees. Can you imagine if the 6 states, in Odua land is being locked down, the capital cities are locked down? Do you know what that would be? Do you know how Nigeria is going to feel it? One day in a week, just one day. Lock down your cities for one day in a week. Monday. Imagine if we are doing this thing across the board all over the south of the zoo. And we are protesting that justice must come to those people that were killed during NSAS. Even if it is only Lagos that you succeeded in locking down. I'm speaking to my Yoruba brothers. If you succeed in locking down Lagos for one day, I say one day you succeed in locking down Lagos. Do not forget, many of the people doing business in Lagos are Biafrans. And we are in support of you. If you succeed in locking down Lagos on the terms that justice. Now, we are not talking about Mazina Mekano now. Mazina Mekano may not be your reason for locking down Lagos. But on the terms that justice must come to those that were killed in Lekki Tollgate. While our terms is that Mazina Mekano must be released. Justice must come to those that were killed at Lekki Tollgate. If you succeed, even if it is only Lagos, that you succeed in locking down, my Odua people, the world is going to respect your movement. The world is going to respect your opinions. The world is going to respect you. But if you go ahead and lock down the whole states, all the 6 states, it is possible. You can do it. If you can do it in Biafra land, yes, you can do it. Of course, when you come out to protest, they also threaten you. I'm aware some people have died as a result of protest, in Yoruba Nation protests. This is the best form of protest. Lockdown, let them suffer economic. Do you know what it will be to lock down Lagos? Lagos is more or less it is the economic capital of Nigeria, the zoo. If you lock down Lagos, even for 1 hour, I say 1 hour, no movement. The whole of Lagos is locked down. In fact, I would even tell you that you can even put all your effort on Lagos. Leave the other states. All those other 5 states, forget them. Let all the Yoruba activists from all the states in Yoruba land, let them go to Lagos and lock down Lagos. If you succeed in doing that, they don't even need to go to Lagos. Give all the everything that is needed. Let Lagos be locked down. If you are able to lock down Lagos, the problems that Sunday Igboho is facing where he is, they will free him. Immediately, they will free him. Lagos is the most important city in the zoo called Nigeria. They can't afford a lockdown. That is the best way. If you really want Oodua nation, it is not by running around on the street to protest. Nobody is aware. If Lagos become a ghost town, do you know what it is for Lagos to be a ghost town? Lagos that is very, very busy. Even at midnight, people are working, people are moving. If you lock down Lagos, everybody stay in their houses, in the whole of Lagos. You will not be able to imagine the results that you will get. The world will be on a standstill for that day. Even the oil that you're talking about, the headquarters is in Lagos. The oil is in Biafra land, but the headquarters is in Lagos. If you lock down Lagos, people do not go to work. All you workers will not be able to go to work for that day. Nigeria economy for that day. In fact, Nigeria economy will fall drastically because Lagos was locked down. And what do you need to do to achieve that? Stay in your houses. The people must begin to understand that the power is with the people. The power is not with the few that are in government. If we do not come out of our houses, they will not have the money that they use to oppress us. The power is not with them, the power is with the people. Must you go to work every day and continue to suffer? You go and you vote every day and you continue to suffer. Stay in your houses. After all, they locked us down because they wanted money. They knew they were going to get more money from the international community and all of that. So they preferred to lock us down for COVID-19 instead of letting us have our normal. And even when food was provided, they refused to give it to us. So why can't you do the same back to them? The same thing, and they have taught you to lock down now. After all, Lagos was locked down. I was in Lagos during the COVID-19 lockdown. Lagos was totally shut down. If you can do it during COVID-19, you can also do it today. Lock Lagos down and see referendum for Oodua nation become alive. Right now, I'll be opening the lines and people can call in. You can call in and express yourself and tell us what you feel about what is going on. And before we do that, we'll just go for a short break.
I wanna tell you about a nation you will love to know. We are the Biafrans from the coast of Africa West. In this holy land has blessed with milk and honey. When he said, I will offer this land to my chosen friends. You have now made Africans great. So We are not rebels. Religion is now a place to learn how to shoot. Rising sun is now a place that there's every weapon. I see the innocent blood paying the price for freedom. Women and children are feeling the pains of war. For the people that will make Africa's great. Wanna know if United Nations is 1694? Wanna know if Union is 16 again? Wanna know if Africa Union is 1694? I wanna know if that's a reason to cry if that's a reason to cry for justice. I wanna know if United Nations is 1694? Wanna know if Union is 16 again? Wanna know if Africa Union is 16 I wanna know if that's a reason to cry for peace. I wanna know if that's a reason to cry for justice. I wanna tell you that we are not rebels. Wanna tell you that we are not terrorists. Wanna tell you that we are not modest. Wanna tell you that justice not be done. Wanna tell you that we are not terrorists. Wanna tell you that we are not prophets and wanna tell you that justice must be done. Wanna tell you that France must be done. We are not rebels in our own land. We are the indigenous people of Biafra, and justice must be done because Biafrans must be free.
Okay, thank you very, very much. Welcome back. I'm sorry for those that were calling during this period when we're on break. Now is the time to call. You can call now and your calls will be picked. The number to call is +45 7164 5962. +45 7164 5962. You can only get us on Signal. That is where to call this line. Okay. There's this person that was busy calling. Let me see if he's still actively online so that I can just put him through, give him the opportunity. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, my TARI NEMI. I greet you. I hope you can hear me very well.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Thank you well for your program this morning. Fellow Biafran, anywhere you are, I want to thank you, Kika, for your life, for your courage, for your tenacity, for your dedication, for the fight for the freedom of our sovereign nation, Biafra. May Okike protect and guide every one of you. Protect our able leader, Mazin and the Kane, wherever it may be. Protect all your family members all over the world. You say, my brother, say this about sit at home. You know, our people think when you carry gun and come out in the street fighting, simple thing they're supposed to do. Simple something to get, they can't do it. I saw some people protesting in Ogidi. But you see all the spirit agents of this zoo.
Those ones are paid now.
Who is Nigeria? Who will come around boys? You know, the zoo are sharing small illiterate to send them to come.
So your voice is breaking. The place where you are, I am very sure the network is not very good. Your voice is not clear enough. It's a pity you seem to be, you seem to have a very, very sound information to give us, but maybe we'll have to drop. You may choose a better location and call back, okay? Thank you very, very much. We have to move ahead because of time, and we cannot just stay and not be hearing the caller, and it is not meeting what is supposed to, we're not meeting the need. Okay, so the lines are still open. The line to call is +45 7164 5962. Okay, that is the line to call. You can call this line if you're calling for the first time. Rest assured I will have to accept you. Then afterwards you can call straight on and you will have your call. Okay, so when you call, I will accept you. Then you can call and get on air and communicate to Biafrans as you wish to. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
My leader, I thank you for the good work that you are doing. I thank my leader, Mazin and the Kano #1. My name is Nanyere. Nanyere is calling from Russia. I love your analysis this morning. You said it the way it is. About these Ogidi guys, one thing I want to tell these guys is this. You don't have any economy since year one. Before the Biafran war, you don't have economy, for your information. You don't have economy. There's nothing like economy in the Southeast. You don't have international airport. You don't even have airport. Nowhere to offload goods. Everywhere you go is Lagos State. You go to North. You pay them there and you return. You don't have anything to achieve with. That's what our leader is fighting for the betterment of our futures, for the betterment of our born children. Can't you get it? You did not protest of Fulani herdsmen. You did not protest of bad government. Look at your road. Look at your market where you are doing business. Can't you ashamed of yourself? You these guys, can't you ashamed of yourself? Why will these guys be messing us around, messing us up? Una shame, they shame me. Una shame, they shame us. We are trying to betterment of our children. You people are messing up. Look at Imo State. You are there, you have a youth. Fourth position, become your governor. All your resources, you pack them, transferring it or not. You can't protest. Soldiers are killing you people. Police are kidnapping, killing everywhere. Herdsmen are kidnapping. You can't protest. We started now sitting at home so that the betterment of you and our unborn children and we that we are here suffering want to come back. And thunder will fire all of you. Thunder will fire all of you. Don't worry, if you did not change, and anybody that has sister, brother, among of those people, and all those chairmen, among of them that are protesting, that wanted to collect money from all these governors, you push you tell them, because thunder and all those erosion, all those places will kill all of you. Thank you very much, my leader. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is a nice one, and very simple and straightforward. Very simple and straightforward. The lines are open, and the lines are open for you to call in and give your contribution to today's program. Let me call in somebody that have some announcements to make and pass some information to people all over the world. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. I'm aware you have some some information for us. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Very, very clearly. The world can hear you.
Okay, my brother. Good morning from Warsaw, Poland. I remember as economic, and I hear from Umar in our local province of Biafra land. Our leader, the next man, is Nandi Okukano. We appreciate him and the humble DOS that are doing the needful. We appreciate all of them. Mazi TARI NEMI, I just want to make a special appeal and announcement. Equally, our women, Biafra women, worldwide and regularly, that is supposed to take place this month was postponed because of logistics. The new dates are September 29th, September 30th, and the 1st of October. It will be taking place in UK, London precisely. And we are calling all the national coordinators all over the world to please send in the numbers of the two women that are supposed to represent them, because every country we are asking for two women, Biafra women, to be a partaker in this their Zoom meeting that is coming again. We have two meetings. The third one should be on Saturday, 4 p.m. Biafra time. And the telephone number where they can send their names is this: +45 91 777 659, and the second number is +49 157 888 20886. Mazi, analysis to Mazi, but I will continue to hammer on that issue. If only our Yoruba brothers could follow suit in this lockdown, sit at home, Mazi, virtually all the companies, all the embassies in Lagos. That is to say that we've got what we want immediately, instantly.
Exactly.
So let us continue pushing. In as much as our Amazonian brothers observed it, we only play that our Yoruba brothers, even Middle Belt, if they can judge it, it's okay. We appreciate that, and we continue to push we have done a lot of talking. It's action we believe now. It's not time we keep not talking. Give the need for now to make sure Onyendo comes out unconditionally and they give us what we are asking for. We go home. Otherwise, there will not be peace for that country because it's just like a table stool that had three legs. Two are together, one is down. You think that country so that table will stand? It will not stand because the alliance between the Yorubas and Biafrans, even Amazonia, we don't say anything. Let us continue watching how we keep up because we have removed all the block. We're waiting for that to fall now. Thank you, I remain correct.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was a very, very brilliant contribution. If our brothers in Odua can as well lock down Odua land the same way our brothers in Amazonia joined us to lock down Amazonia as we lock down Biafra land, then you can on your own see what is already happening. You can on your own know what to expect. When we ask the zoo or the rest of their forces for a referendum, definitely we are going to get it. It's very simple. Don't go to work. How can few people be oppressing the rest of the people? Everybody, few politicians, they will just take office from time to time. How can we continue to be foolish? Lockdown everywhere. Is it not because of the money? Then lock it down. Let them not make that money. You will not die. You're making money every day. How much is it? That money you're making that one day, after that day you will still make it. If these people succeed in killing you, you will not make that money again. Another person will continue. So why not hold yourself for one day? Why not hold yourself for one day and move on? Lock everything down. One day in a week, Monday, every Mondays, lock it down. Lock it down. Lock down the city. Lock down the city. This is just the beginning. We just started. We just started. You will see more and more. And as this lockdown, today you are seeing it mostly in Southeast. Very soon, you're going to see it as it spreads. It will continue to spread. You're going to see it as it spreads. So it is our duty to lock everything down. If you're calling for the first time, or if you are just joining us, this is Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast, and I am your host. My name is TARI NEMI. The line to call is +45 7164 5962. That is the line to call. +45 7164 5962. And you can only call this line on Signal. This is a Signal line. You can only get us on this line only through Signal. No other place. You cannot get this line on a direct call. You cannot get it on WhatsApp. You cannot get it on Instagram or Telegram or any of the grams. Okay. The only place you can get this number is on what's it called? It's a Signal. That is the only place where you can get this number. That's the only place you can be able to get this number. So it is very, very simple. It's very, very simple. The world is watching what is happening, and we're all following. And it is important that each and every one of us know that our sacrifice is worth it. That is the reason I took a little time to go through some of the things that people are saying all over the world. And as I told you, do not expect that BBC is going to carry it. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, Mazi TARI NEMI. Am I coming out loud and clear?
You are loud and clear. The world is listening.
Thank you very much, my able African rep, Mazi TARI NEMI. I want to first and foremost congratulate you for all you are doing towards Biafran Restoration Project and the education you are giving us this morning. I say, may Chukwu Okiabiama continue to bless, guide and protect you, give you wisdom to carry us along.
You say?
Yes, in regards to your, my name's Mazi Jewel Akamireze, IPOB Makori Coordinator. In regards to your morning broadcast of today, I am so happy over what you are telling us. In regards to our brothers in Oduduwa Republic, if they can do at least 30 or 40% of what Biafrans are doing in Biafra land, I believe together we shall all achieve victory at the same time. We need to lock down the entirety of Lagos. Lagos deserves to be locked down. Biafra land at large deserves to be locked down as well. For us to place humanity on notice that our determination and desire to be on a separate nation must stand. Secondly, you know, in this struggle, most of our people are the problems we are having. Yes, Fulani is our problem, but the core problem that we are having is our people. For example, can you imagine what happened in Ogidi? Can you imagine such nonsense that happened in Ogidi? For men to come out, marching with compassion, with the clothes that they are writing, say no to sit at home in Ogidi, Biafra land. This is unimaginable, very, very incredible indeed. I was ashamed when I was listening to the interview of that foolish fellow that he said he's Ogidi Youth Chairman. Ogidi Youth Chairman, if you are listening to Radio Biafra now, I want to pass this message to you. I want you to know that you are dead on arrival. You are dead on arrival. All of you that is carrying compassion, saying there shall be no seat at home, all of you are dead on arrival, because Biafra struggle, many have given their lives, and yet many are still willing to die. If you are our problems, we shall ensure that the needful must be done. Come out again on Monday with your compassions. Come out again on Monday with your compassions. We believe we know what to do with those compassions, and I pray that you come out once again. Secondly, our brother that says he's Ijele or Udele, I don't know what he is called. I have been trying to see a way to pass information for him to get what I'm trying to say. Ijele or whatever you are called, I'm challenging you to come to Abuja again on October and say that rubbish you said last time. Come to Abuja in October and say that rubbish you said last time in our leader's case. Then we shall know if the sky will be our limit. In conclusion, IPOB family members, please, I am urging everybody to double our efforts. We must be our brother's keeper. There is a report from UN headquarters on their Twitter handle. If we can all go there and be commenting positively in regards to their stipulations, I think it will help us a lot. So I am urging our members, family members worldwide, to follow UN Twitter handle and be commenting as well. This struggle have gone to the extent that everybody must see the reason to join this struggle. If you are not seeing the reason to join this struggle, that means you don't understand what we are doing, or you are a saboteur of the struggle. Our people cannot be dying in large numbers on daily basis, and some people will come out to thwart the holy order that has been given by the Directorate of States of Indigenous People of Biafra. Nobody have the temerity or right to do so, as far as you are a Biafra, regardless of your belief or whatever. If you are not willing to do what you're asked to do, you better stay aside and stop people from what they are doing. This is not right in any way, shape, or form. Our people must try to understand that struggle for Biafra and our quest to restore Biafra is very, very sacrosanct. Look at how we are gathered all over the world doing nothing, dispersed all over the world without value of ourselves, but still fighting to regain our freedom, and some idiots will sit down back home trying to oppress what we are doing. We can never tolerate that. With time, we know victory shall be for their fans. And in the name of Chukwuoke Abiyama, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall come out from DSS dungeon with that flag of victory. Nothing shall befall him, and no harm shall befall him. In the name of Yahweh Elohim. He said, TARI NEMI, yes, once again, I wouldn't know if you would allow me or give me the opportunity to make this announcement over our missing daughter, missing Biafran child here in Ivory Coast. I don't know if I should give such information on air or not.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Biafrans all over the world, I want everybody to know that in the last week that we just passed, one of our brother here in Ivory Coast, a member of IPOB Makori in particular, notified us about his wife that is having labor. She was about to put to bed, and that was to be done by operation. So he called us that we should pray for him and his family regarding the operation. So finally, we all went in prayers and prayed, and the operation went successfully, and the lady put to bed a baby girl that he named Chioma. Immediately he rushed and called all IPOB family members that the wife has put to bed. So we began to sing praises to Chukwuoke Abiyama for what he has done. While we are still jubilating and celebrating, in the next 45 minutes, Mazi Prosper called me. Coordinator, can you see that my newborn baby is now missing in the hospital? I said, why? What's the meaning of that? We all rushed down to the hospital and started disturbing the environment of the hospital, asking the Director General of that hospital to give us our baby or we are going to shut down the hospital. Finally, the police came and urged us to go back on that Monday, that they are going to do investigations. So after Tuesday, Wednesday, we waited and we didn't get anything. So we went back to that hospital and blocked down that hospital in particular. We shut it down. There was no entrance, there was no going out. Finally, the Director General of the hospital called the Commissioner of Police. The Commissioner of Police now asked his men to come and arrest all of us. When they came, we said we are going nowhere until they give us our baby. We are not here for troubles or problems. What we want is Monachim, our daughter. They should bring her to us. So when we declined the commissioner's order, he now asked for the leader of the protest that they should bring him to his office. When the policemen asked, I said it was me. They took me to the office of the commissioner. So I explained everything to the commissioner. He was very, very angry. He was very, very angry because the policemen that was on duty that day, they did not attend to us when we came to give our complaint. So finally now, they are investigating this very issue. Yesterday, the Minister of Health came to the hospital and took information from our sister and the husband. The Inspector General of Police as well have decided that the lady will be arrested and bring to court. So yesterday they were supposed to do the arrest, but till now I have not gotten any information over the arrest of the lady, and our baby is not yet found. So I'm bringing this information to the authority of IPOB and IPOB family members worldwide. If there is anybody that knows the way that is more better for us to follow, please, they can report to your office so that directions could be given. Thank you very much, my able Africa rep, and I thank you for what you are doing. May God bless you, give you wisdom that you may continue until Biafra is restored. In the name of Chukwuoke Abiyama, I pray.
You see, before you hang on, brother, I just want to correct something. Next time, please do not mention Radio Biafra is a holy platform. There are some names. There are some names that are not supposed to be mentioned on this platform. You can talk about what they are doing. You can call you can talk about whatever they are doing. But the name, that name that you mentioned, I will not repeat the name. That name that you mentioned concerning that Abuja something, I know about it, but I have refused because these people, what they are looking for publicity. They want us to mention their names to talk about them. That is the reason they do all they do, try to do all they do. but it is consciously we cannot talk about them. They are nothing. They are nothing before us, and we cannot talk about them. Mention his name. Thank you very much. You have done very, very well, and I will say God bless you. And by the grace of God, I believe that very, very soon that people will return to us. Thank you very, very well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, so we continue. The lines are still open. You can call in and give your expression. You can call him and give your expression. And Biafrans will get what you have to say. There are some people yesterday you were calling and the lines were even jamming. So the lines are open today. You still have the opportunity to communicate what you want to communicate. And those that are calling for the first time, be rest assured that your call has been accepted. You can call back. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
My leader, TARI NEMI, I greet you a very good morning to you, sir. And Mazi, she's calling for my location. My leader, thank you once again. Thank you once again for the insight. And then more especially this news that you were reading about the former ambassador of Mozambique.
Yes.
And every other people. It reminds me that this prophet, I think yesterday, one of the brokers, I think it was our brother Jonathan. He called our leader a name that I was humble, the son of man. The son of man. Our leader is the son of man. He said this a few years back. These people that don't want to talk about us, time will come that they will talk about us in either way, either in a good way or in any way they choose. But they will, including CNN and the rest of them.
Of course.
Yes. The referendum and the freedom of Biafra is drawing very, very close. All we are asking our people to do, push harder. When it is becoming difficult, when it's about to be finished. It's becoming difficult, but we are getting there. I can guarantee every Biafra in anywhere you are in the world, well, especially in Biafra land and Zoo at large, that the message of Biafra have been well received. Call a white man, an Indian man, Nigerian man, any color. Talk about Biafra. They will tell you a story about you that will baffle you to show you that this message of Biafra has been received. Mazi, I want to say something about locking the Lagos down. It will come, and we know. Even our brothers in the riverine area, it will come. Everyone is tired. It's going to go even up to the north. Everyone is tired because we have come to realize that these people are all deceivers. Do you know why I know so much about their takiya and their deceiver? Do you remember? The federal government said they are looking for money. They don't have money. They are looking for people to take money from their account and the rest of them. Can anyone with his license tell me why the Nigerian government is paying the Senate and the lower house their salary they are paying them? They could have saved money by cutting on the salaries of the Senate. But you know why they are paying them the money? They are paying them those money for them to continue to oppress their own people. They pay them those money for them not to talk. This is why this country it doesn't supposed to exist. There is no unity in Nigeria. There's nothing like in Nigeria. And I want to remind them we are not Nigerians. We are Biafra. And these Biafrans have come to stay. It doesn't matter what they do. Our leader that is in your custody, you have swallowed a bone that will not pass your throat. Because if you try us. I will leave it there. Mazi, thank you so much for the good work you're doing for your people. There was so.
Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you. God bless you for that sound contribution. We must continue. We must continue to make progress. Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a mission that must be accomplished. Biafra is the only hope of about 70 million people plus. Biafra is freedom. Biafra is the only thing that will save the innocent people that are being subdued by the evil forces of this world in a contraption called the zoo. Let us take this call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, thank you very much, my able leader, Mazi Kemewe TARI NEMI. I appreciate your effort. All Biafrans also appreciate your effort as well. My name is Ziogene Azino. I'm calling from Isoko. I'm an Isoko man. And what I want to say is a kind of contribution that from my observation on the sit-at-home ghost town, in Isoko, Urobo, and Shekiri part, there were no much compliance in that area. But in few communities where we have our family members, they observe it. I did as well. So I was like contemplating, why is it not very effective here? Though we know that we have not been a mass media outreach.
Yes.
Yeah, in these areas.
Yes.
So I was wondering, because where they said where your treasure is, that's where your heart lies. So for us to really get into the heart of the zoo government, they rely majorly on oil from these parts, the Delta, Bayelsa, and parts of rivers. They rely on their oil from there, from these areas. Now, at the southeast part, they felt that these people are mostly commercial persons, and then they feel that if they sit at home, they'll be doing it to their own businesses, to affect only their businesses. So what I'm saying is, we should intensify the effort to reach out to more of our people here in the coastal area by making sure. I have not been hearing the radio. I hear it once in a while in few areas, and then after a while, a week or two, it gets short. So I'm hoping that we should really intensify effort in spreading this radio in this coastal region so that our people will comply. The few that are already members comply seriously, because we make effort to reach them and see and go to these areas. So please, I think that should be looked into seriously. And then I believe with that, by the time we start sitting at home properly in the coastal region, that the oil workers and the so-called multinationals will also realize that there's more coming, and the federal government will really feel it as well. As much as they are still feeling it here, the governors are crying. And I believe we do that, we also get good results from there as well. And our governors, there's something I noticed, even when our leader is broadcasting and every other person are speaking, they hardly mention the governors from the south. They mostly only attack governors from the east, as if the south are less of Biafrans. I think we should consider these things each time they make their contribution. Also hammer on them, as much as they hammer at, okay, Zipazu, the rest of them, Imo State governor and all, they also hammer at the governors in Delta State, Bayelsa State, and all that. So that they will wake up, because they are so relaxed, feeling that our people are less concerned about Biafra struggle and all that. But they forget that we are also the core Biafrans. So please, these things we should look into that. I appreciate your efforts, my leader, and greetings to you. And by the grace of God, our leader is safe, and by the grace of Ogene, he will be out in no time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for your efforts.
Yes, sir. Yeah, before you hang up,
Okay, sir.
yeah, let me react a little. We
Okay, sir.
we actually attack when these politicians, when they go out of course, we bring them back to order. Like if you've been following my program, you will realize that I on this hallowed platform, I have straightened the IYC.
Okay.
I have also called out on this our brother Tompolo. I have called him out when he made the mistake of going to support the useless thing IYC was doing, and all those things came to nothing. I called them out when they started that their useless protest. I called them out, and I told them that's not what they are supposed to be doing. At the end of the day, they were just playing. It was obvious to the whole world that they were just playing. I called them out. I have also called EK Clark when EK Clark opened his mouth. Somebody that is supposed to be old, that is supposed to be thinking of how he's supposed to settle his differences with his people and ensure that the younger generation have a better life. He's busy deceiving the younger generation. I called him out on this hallowed platform. And Sarah reporters carried that news that IPOB actually called this man out, EK Clark, for saying that Delta State is not Biafra. You understand? So yes, but what we need to do is awareness. Our radio is not much in the coast. The reason is very simple. It is just few years ago whereby the flow, at the beginning, I am aware when we wanted to put the radio, there are some people then, many people in the coast, their eyes have not opened to most of what we're talking about. So some people were demanding for money for these things to be established. So at the beginning, that is the reason the radio did not get deep into the coast. And that is why we are still struggling. So, but now as the message is flowing, little by little, we are trying to ensure that the radio, because it is very, very easy, unlike many of us that started following this thing on social media. We started following Radio Biafra on social media. Okay? But not everybody can burn data like that and listen to podcasts or whatever and follow activities. Many of our people in the coast, they don't even have an Android phone to even follow activities. Okay, you must understand that there is lots of poverty on our land. So many people are not aware. Most of these things that we've talked about, they don't know at all. They don't even know. They don't at all. They don't know. So in places, I have seen places where once the radio gets in, the ideology of our freedom immediately take over the people. The ideology of our freedom wants the radio. So that is just where the key is. Okay, and I believe that the leadership is doing our best to ensure that the radio gets to every nook and cranny of the coast. It is just because of the radio. That is the reason you will see that in the hinterland, people are understanding and people are sitting at home. In the coast, it is like a drag. It is because of the radio. It is awareness. And do not forget the zoo, even the places where they were before, like in Iguacha in some places, that initially you will be hearing the radio very sound. The zoo is trying to locate those places as a result of sabotage and all that, and they are removing them. Yes. You understand? That's true. So, and you have to understand that the way we have it in the hinterland, it is not like it is the leadership of IPOB that spread the radio all over or spread access to the radio all over the hinterland. No, it is individual contributions. Effort. You understand? Yeah, individual efforts. And you know that the coast people are quite late in this matter because of the dense propaganda. You understand? Yes. The dense darkness of propaganda that was sold in the coast over and over again. So when they hear the name Biafra, number one, what they see is war. What they just see, they just remember how our people suffered during the war. Nobody wants to get there. When they hear the name Biafra, they just, all the propaganda that was put during the war of genocide, our people suffered during that war of genocide more than any other people. Our people in the coast suffered a lot. So this thing is a great trauma. So that is the reason before the message was able to get to the coast, it took a little time. Okay, so but now the message is getting there. People are very much aware, but what we just need to do is to try to ensure that we pass the message much more. If people are listening to radio and they are listening to everything that is going on, compliance will become natural, even as it is in the hinterland. Everybody wants freedom. Our people in the coast want freedom. When you meet them, one-on-one, you will understand that they want freedom. The thing is that many of them are not aware. Many of them are not aware of what is going on. Forget about all those people that you see on social media. I am from the coast, and you are from the coast. You understand what I'm talking about. When you meet people one-on-one, go to the rural communities, meet people, tell them about Biafra and tell them what we stand for and what we have been doing, how far we have walked, and everything. You will see that they will follow you. It's the same thing. That is how we're able to spread the gospel all over Biafra, because we are going to the ordinary people, not those people that politicians bought phones for. Politicians are buying data for, and all they are doing on social media, or politicians gave them jobs. So all they are doing in social media is to defend what the politicians will defend. Thank you very much, my brother. Your call today is very nice.
I appreciate what you have said, because I personally and some other group, we go to the villages, to the rural area in Isoko and Urobo and Shekiri to preach the gospel, and the response is so wonderful.
Exactly.
So they were not even demanding that, but they used to talk about a radio. Why is it that they are not having the radio?
Good.
I told them no problem. It will come. We encourage them to form little unit here and there, and they are doing it. But if we just put one radio there, I believe it will just do the magic.
Definitely. Right now, I'm aware that
hammering it to them.
I'm aware that there's a radio in Sapele, and by the grace of God, more will come. Okay, there's a radio in Sapele right now, and by the grace of God, more will come, and the message will spread. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. Yes, I think we should be able to take at least one more contribution before we move ahead. Okay, we should be able to take one more contribution. So, somebody is trying to, okay. So maybe one last contribution, then we move forward. One last contribution and we move forward. I will call it a day for today's program. Today's program has been quite interesting, and the callers have been nice. Yes, my brother Mazi Ikaroneke, I think you have some information for us. Please go ahead. The world is listening.
Yeah, Mazi, I thank that our brother for coming online. I just came purposely to tell our people within Akwa Ibom that the radio is on now.
Very good.
And like the one he said,
which part of Akwa Ibom, so that they will know for sure.
So for some security reasons, some of them are everywhere is on. But if they're not getting some area, maybe before the end of the day, everywhere will be okay. But right now, some parties talking about want to mention the area.
Okay. Which means we are sure that very soon the whole of Akwa Ibom State will be receiving our radio.
Before 5 o'clock today.
Beautiful.
Yeah, as regard to the supply on, we are it actually, and I don't want to, because you know what we are doing is we don't say many things on air, but let them be hopeful that before the next sit at home Monday, the radio will be on. Both or some other places, about 5 or 6 places will be on, and I'll continue to announce them. But we are being careful because we are eating with enemies. You understand?
Of course, of course.
So Akwa Ibom is on now.
Very good.
Before the end of the day, Akwa Ibom is covered. Thank you. I remain Economics.
Thank you. That is a very beautiful information. That is a very beautiful information. Akwa Ibom is on. The radio is on in Akwa Ibom. And before 5 o'clock today, every part of Akwa Ibom shall be hearing the sound of our voice. Every part of Akwa Ibom shall be hearing the sound of our voice. And I want to encourage our people that live in Akwa Ibom. Tell your neighbor, tell your friends that there is Radio Biafra now in Akwa Ibom State, where we have the BBO, we have the Anang, and all of it, with more number of people from the BBO. So very soon, as a result of that, I will try and bring somebody here that will also be communicating in the Ibibio language and all that, so that our people on the ground will get the message clean and clear. Very soon, we are going to be reading our news in languages. We are going to do that very, very soon. We're going to be reading our news in languages. And that brings us to the close of today's program. Thank you very much for all your contributions, and thank you very much for listening. God bless you. God bless you wherever you are and wherever you are calling from. Okay, information reaching me is that Eket is on now. Ikotekbene is on too, and very soon, every part of Akwa Ibom State will be covered. Thank you very, very much. That's all we have for today. Have a nice day.
Fire,